Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. In this video, we talk about the new upcoming Star Marine mode, Theatres of War, and why it's so vital to Star Citizen's development. As always, a huge thank you to all of the patrons. It is because of these guys that I get to make these kinds of videos, so if you do enjoy my content, would like to help make them even better, from as little as $1 a month, it is all very much appreciated. Follow the link in the description below. So while I was at CitizenCon, as soon as I heard that what Sean Tracy was going to be revealing on his panel, I wanted to be there. Now, if you don't know, Theatres of War is a multi-phase, multiplayer, cooperative, competitive, objective-based game mode combining FPS, ground vehicles, and space and air vehicles, all taking place in Star Marine. Now, it's somewhat similar to Battlefield's Rush game mode, in which two teams fight it over objectives, with each team either attacking or defending. For a long while now, I have wanted Star Citizen to have a Battlefield-style game mode, allowing us to invest our time into learning Star Citizen mechanics in a fun, quickly accessed, more stable way. Call it practice for the verse. It's been something I've wanted ever since Star Marine was released. Unfortunately, CIG kind of left Star Marine by the wayside, as they thought it would be more appropriate to focus on FPS in the persistent universe. Now, I understand the thinking, but this obviously prevents a big problem. The persistent universe is large, and the player count is very low, which means the potential for PvP encounters are not as often as you would like. Also, it means that to even experience PvP FPS, if that is what you're after, once you die, you respawn millions of kilometers away and you have to travel all the way back to take part again. Now, this is an issue twofold. Number one is the lack of potential engagements means that those wanting PvP cannot find it often enough, left feeling frustrated, and so they might just take it out on anyone who comes along. But more importantly, it means that gathering the data for balancing of weapons, for armor, and so forth is few and far between, so not great for a game in which life will be limited. Now, Theatres of War solves both these issues. Sometimes you just want to jump into a game and have an hour of fun just blasting away. Theatres of War will allow this. If you only have an hour to kill, you won't have to log in, get out of your bed, make your way to the ship request room, take off and fly 20 minutes to a location to do a mission, so on and so forth. Let alone any of the bugs that appear to stop you. With Theatres of War, you can jump straight into the action instantly and enjoy the game, and if you die, simply respawn back into the action. This means that players will stay in game, helping Star Citizen to gather more data, rather than playing for a little bit, getting frustrated, and then leaving. Also, Star Marine environments are a lot smaller than the persistent universe, which makes it a safer environment for CIG to gather tons of data for balancing and tuning of weapons, armors, damages, ranges, your ships, the ground vehicles. This balance is vital to Star Citizen's development. Nothing feels anywhere near balanced yet, and as time goes on and new ships and items are introduced, it'll just make the task so much harder. This should really allow CIG to get everything honed and accurate, to then implement it into the persistent universe. We have all seen the arc-light pistol destroy a constellation, and as funny as it is not practical. Now, this is important to Star Citizen's development, and even if you're not interested in FPS, you can help by maybe piloting a dropship and flying players from one location to another, or maybe pilot a fighter and help to take out other ships, or provide close air support for ground troops. I know many, if not the majority of citizens, are not really interested in games like Battlefield or COD. I get that. But I think many of them are interested in games more like Armour and Squad, and I feel that Theatres of War will be a perfect mix of Battlefield and Armour. This is exactly how Chris Roberts described the intention of FPS in Star Citizen. Obviously, Star Marine is a game within a game, and is likely to be a lot more arcadey than the official Star Citizen PU FPS, but it will be similar nonetheless and allow us to practice and get some training in. Now, it does sound like when you're in the Theatres of War lobby, you'll be able to choose your role, which will be limited based on what others have chosen, giving you select equipment to use. Now, at first, I didn't like the sound of this, but it does promote teamwork. If everyone has a specific role and a job, it means you need to communicate and help the team to achieve this objective, working together, using the equipment that you have. Theatres of War is going to be a great training ground for my organisation. Organising players will be so much easier than in the persistent universe, trying out different roles like sniper or anti-aircraft, and getting some good practice, or just battling it out against affiliated orgs. Also, the doors are open for so many more Star Marine scenarios, like Capture the Adriss, which was mentioned a few years ago. Even larger open world environments battling for ground control, of which I would most like to see. Maybe a conquest style mode would be perfect. Anyway, the importance of Theatres of War should not be underestimated, whether you are interested in playing it or not. All I hope is that when we get it, it is far more stable and as bug-free as possible. I also hope that the lag and rubber banding is sorted as soon as possible as well, as this is the current issue with Star Marine. But I will leave it there for this video. I will talk more about the actual game mode itself in a future video, letting you know my thoughts on it and what is involved. We don't have a release date for it, but Sean did say that he wants it out sooner rather than later, and polishing is really all that's left, basically making it look pretty. But fingers crossed it comes for around 3.9. We may even see it on the roadmap once that is updated. Anyway, do let me know your thoughts. Do you think Theatres of War is an important game mode, or do you just think we should leave it alone? Be sure to hit that subscribe button for more Star Citizen content. Hit the like button as well if you're excited for Theatres of War. Follow me over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers, and now I will be playing the crap out of Theatres of War when we do get it. Big thank you to my patrons. My Instagram and Twitter links are below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.